Welcome to another episode of Life in Bali, a presentation of Cuke Audio, in which we take a little break from all that Zen stuff. I'm DC Puba of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives, coming to you from Sleepy Sanur with Dogette Bandita, Feline Cuchita, and dear lovely Katrinka. I pray that you and yours are safe and comfortable and not suffering any economic hardship and able to get out and do whatever you want within the confines of the universal precept of to do as little harm as possible. Today's guest is Tini Wahyuni. And that was her on the piano you just heard. She might not appreciate me putting it there because all I did, it's just a little snippet that she put on Instagram, with her iPhone or her smartphone sitting on the end of the keys so you can see her fingers playing that. And it was just a little Instagram post. So, of course, the audio quality is not very good. But anyway, it's sort of cool. So, Tini Wahyuni's piano playing will be our musical interludes for this episode of Life in Bali. I'm going to give you a brief virus report here. Yeah, there's been the largest increase in the number of cases and the number of deaths, the fastest that I've ever seen here. I mean, there's been like 20 people die in the last couple of weeks. And most of them in the last week. Well, most of them reported in the last week anyway. And now the number of positive cases that have been reported in total here are 5,536, with 4,635 recovered. That's just about exactly 700 people now in who are not yet recovered, either in the hospital or at home under observation. So I pray that they all recover quickly and that Bali continue to have low numbers, but that's a little worrisome. I think we'll just go right into the phone chat with Tini. She's a retired doctor, a GP, general practitioner, and she lives in a home right across the street from a hospital that her father founded, and the home she was born in. Of course, that's all said in the podcast, but and right next door to a school that her parents started and that her mother was very involved with and that she's involved with. So Tini's going to talk to us about various things. She didn't talk about her art. She just says she paints. Her art's really nice. I really like it. But I'm not good at describing that sort of thing, and I'm not there now. So I'll just skip over it. She's an artist, a meditator, and I know her through Vipassana retreats at Brahma Vihara Arama you'll hear her just saying the Wahara. That's a monastery, a Buddhist. I've only heard it for Buddhist monasteries. And it's up north to 30 minutes from where she lives. You know, we talk about the trip going from here to there. They're building a straight road through a lot of the mountains there now, but it's a little tedious going there. You know, it takes like 4 hours from here, and a lot of winding and going up and down. She drove me once. Well, a friend of hers drove me once in a neat little car. I met them. They were staying, you know, near here, over in Kurobogan, famous for where the prison is. And so Nyoma dropped me off there to meet them. And her friend drove so fast, man, and was passing cars like crazy. But she really seemed to know what she's doing. And I said to her, I said, God, you drive like a race car driver. And she said, yeah, I am a race car driver. And turned out her brother was quite successful in motorcycle racing, and she'd gotten into that in cars. So actually, that ride was neater, more fun, and more pleasant than most of them I've done going over there. Now, she talks about taking that shuttle bus over there. And I've done that, as I say, but that's really tedious. And, you know, we usually hire a driver, and that costs about $50 to go there, whereas the shuttle is less than 10. So Berkatrinka and me would be less than 20 for the two of us. And, you know, we talk about it and we go, no, let's have Komang drive us. But it's so nice. I mean, we can stop. You don't have to worry about how much time or anything, you know. We stop at different places along the way and, you know, visit things and take our time. And then we stay up there. We don't just zip right back, except once when I went to cremation up there. I went and came back in the same day. And she mentions that I've been with her at two. I met her at one of these Vipassana retreats there, and she's been at two of them I've been at. And the last one was a year and a half ago in January, and the teacher was Aya Santini, who you can Google. She's a very interesting woman, nun, Aya, and Bhikkhuni. And she's sort of a renegade because she didn't accept the, you know, the patriarchal thing that she couldn't be a teacher. And she's got a lot of support, and she's got a pretty good following. She's located in Java, but she comes here to Bali. She's come here a few times to do retreats. Okay, well, so let's give Tini a call. She lives up in Singaraja. That's the original capital. That's the old capital of Bali. It's up north. And I live down south in Sanur, which is actually part of Denpasar, which is the capital for the last, I don't know how long. It's funny. The name Denpasar, I knew Pasar, it's market, but Den is the Balinese word meaning north, and it's in the south. But So it says, indicates the city's origins as a market town on the site of what is now Kumbasari Market, formerly Pekan Bayuk, in the northern part of the modern city. Oh, it says it became the seat of government for the province of Bali in 1958. Okay. Singaraj is a nice place. It's a little quieter there. It's a little more low-key. The whole north is more low-key. I know people that live up there just to get away from the hustle bustle of the busy south. But we live on the edge of the busy south. It's pretty nice where we are in sleepy Sanur. So here we go with Tini Wahyuni.
Yes, hello.
All right, so here we are.
Okay, here we are.
Yeah. Very good, very good. So, Tini.
Yes. Yep.
So, I asked you a minute ago, what's it like up in Singaraj? You said it was hot?
Yes, very hot.
Ah.
Very hot, very bright, very sunny day every day. But yeah, as I told you, today a little rain. Just very, very short rain, very quick, and then stop, and then again sunny day.
Yeah.
How about Denpasar, Lipit?
What'd you say then?
How about Denpasar? How about the weather there?
We had a little tiny bit of rain last night, just like you. Interesting.
And because I read that today Denpasar is already raining.
Yeah, and we want to get roof work done. When was the last time you did a Vipassana retreat?
Do you mean retreat?
Yeah.
Wait. Last year. Yes. Last year. I think after last year we both did the retreat, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, last year on January. And then after that, once again I did July or August, something like that. And then that is the last retreat for me because, this year on January, Ayah Santini, as usual, doing retreat, but I couldn't come. And then the COVID-19.
Right.
So yeah, we all everyone around the world doing the retreat now at home.
Yeah.
Not only 10 days.
Yeah,
but
that's
maybe
right.
about 6 months. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. So what are you doing during the during this forced COVID retreat?
Yeah, as you know, David, my regularly activities like this, I always stay home and doing things here, painting and playing piano, and sometimes just gardening or mostly I'm doing nothing. So I'm not really often to going out to meet friends or have something to do. So nothing really happens for my personal life. But the difference is about the energy out there. It's really, I can feel fear. I can feel also me. I also feel, sometimes I feel down and depressed, and I remember to practice the vipassana again. But sometimes I do the samatha. That make me more peaceful. Just pay just pay attention to just pay attention. I try to just pay attention to my breathing.
Uh-huh.
As the retreat we did last year is about vipassana, so we just watching and let everything comes and then go, just watching, just to be water. But when I feel panic or fear, so I need to I prefer to pay attention, give attention to my breathing, just that.
Yeah.
When I do inhale and exhale, it is work for me. It's good for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that's really good. Well, well, that's what we have in common.
yeah,
Really. Um, I met you at a retreat. I don't know, 4 years ago, something,
yeah. I think something like
something
that.
like that.
For of us.
Yeah, and I've been very impressed with your dedication to doing retreats. And
I'm trying hard. I was trying hard. No, I just trying so hard. Yeah, it's hard. I think every one of us is trying hard. We are just a hero on that time to face our enemy from inside ourselves, right? Especially when falling asleep.
yeah,
And yeah, that's right. And for me, I feel so lucky to know this way. There is example nowadays for the people who got the test positive, so they have to do 10 days isolation in their room alone. It's very hard for people if they don't practice, just
yeah,
to do nothing alone in that room with the situation like this. It's very hard. I really can understand because nowadays when I just staying at home, but more than one, two friends chatting me or call me and share their experience. Some of my friends also have a positive test, and then I just listening and I doing uh, some support for them. Just an easy thing like try to relax and then try to watch your breathing and something like that when we do in retreat. So I want to share, and it works. It works, and uh, mostly of them can recover and then back home with negative test, swab test. Or,
mm,
uh,
mm,
so I think this condition just push us to do our own retreat to
yeah,
understand. Yeah. What
yeah.
do you think? I think the same. Yeah.
Uh, well, I'm. It's not so different for me because I work a lot at home, and then I walk to the beach and go swimming, and uh, I walk to the store sometimes, uh, and I can go swimming at a very nice place near here. If the beach is closed, there's a really nice panginapan, what is a guest home uh, with
Mm-hmm.
with two really nice pools. I can go swimming there. But even when the beach was closed, they let us in, except on certain days, you know. there were always some people, local people, Indonesians going there. Not a
Mm.
lot, not a lot. Young guys would go there and fly their kites and,
Mm.
you know.
And also doing bicycle, yeah, I see. Because
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
I also go to Sanur,
yeah,
and yeah, that's it's really happy to see people again go outside and then doing their activity with yeah. Also,
yeah. I
uh,
I think it's really
mm,
good people get outside, uh, go to the to the parks to walk around, like to the
mm,
Vajrasandi,
mm,
here, and which is very large walkway around it, and people will go walk around it. Uh,
mm,
and I I don't think they should close the beaches. However,
mm,
on the Murtasari beach, down at the more public end, it does get
mm,
a lot of people on the weekends, uh,
mm.
and they're not. I mean, they're pretty close together, and so I know why they closed the beaches, But it doesn't
Yeah,
apply. So many of us, we don't do that. We just go walking by ourselves or like with my wife or something. So I want to ask you
okay.
about Vipassana. When did you first uh, get interested in meditation?
Pardon, can you
When
repeat?
when did you first get interested in
Oh,
meditation?
okay. Okay, wait. Wait. Uh, maybe about 10 or more years. 10 years or more. Yeah.
Ago.
I forgot when exactly I did it, but what I remember that I came to Vihara because
Vihara is monastery.
now I have to thank all of my my problem in my life because no other choice. So why I go to Vihara and then why I want to learn meditation. It's because of the problem in my life. So I feel so. I don't know. I don't know what else I can do on in that time except meditate. Just learn something easy like about anger, about my sadness, about my fear. But I remember I then I more serious doing meditation when I be a victim of second bomb Bali blast on 2005.
You were a victim of the second bomb blast?
Yeah, yes, yes,
Tell me about that.
yes. Uh, 1 October 1st, 2005, in Rajas Cafe. So on that time, the second bomb is we have two locations, right, in Kuta and in Jimbaran. So on that time, I and my ex-husband and one friend, a good friend from Holland, we have a dinner in Rajas Cafe in Kuta. Uh, yeah, we never know. We just go out for having dinner because the day after my friend will fly back to Holland, so that's why we have dinner, three of us, and then when we came to that restaurant, the cafe, the Raja's Cafe. You know Raja's Cafe?
Oh, no, no, no.
In Kuta near the I don't near the beach.
Yeah.
The Kuta, something like that. It's really very crowded because it's a Saturday night, and then very full. The restaurant's very full. Only in the first floor there is still one table empty near the cashier, near the kitchen, and near the stairs, and then I want to sit there, but then my husband said, no, this is too full, better we sit up in the second floor, and then we went up. We went up to the second floor, and I remember I chose the table near the canopy, so I have the fresh air because I smoke. And then after that came another guest, about five people. I see that is an Asian, something like that, in another table. Everything is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything is so nice. And then I remember I ordered the nasi goreng, seafood nasi goreng.
Nasi goreng is like the national dish of Indonesia. Just means fried rice, but you know it has other things in it. And then she says selamat makan, which means makan is the eat, and selamat is like congratulations, let's eat.
With the hot tea because it's night. And then the waiter came, giving us the meal, and said selamat makan, blah blah blah. And then he went, go downstairs, and we three start to having the dinner. Said selamat makan, blah blah blah, and then one spoon. After that, blum. Then the blast, and then so quiet, very quiet. No one of us talking. I don't know what is in mind in every person on that time. And then after that, I think this is a guess. I mean the guess from the kitchen. But then I think again, no, this is bomb. This is bomb. And after that, it's really dark and quiet. No one thought, like no voice, just silent. And then the people in the second floor, try to escape on their place. So we try to find the stairs. We want to go down with the light from the handphone, from the gadget, and then we see the stairs has broken.
Oh my God!
And the waiters who serve us bring us the nasi goreng there with open eyes and blood, and I think he's dead. And then so quickly there's a haze. I think the bomb is always make the blast is always make the oxygen go up, and we cannot breathe. We cannot breathe. I try to open my mouth. I try hard to take the oxygen, but I can't. So I know that if it happens more than a few minutes, then I will die. So I talked to the God. I remember call the God. I said, God, I don't want to die now because I still have my mom, my old mom. I still have the only one daughter still studying. So not now. I don't want to die now. Give me a chance to live. And then I don't remember. One of us remember that is a canopy. So we go there, the canopy, and we try to get the fresh air to take a breath. And then I scream out loud, like, help me, something like that. And I remember Tamil people, there's an old guest, old tourist walking alone, and he looked me, maybe because I scream out loud, and then he just bring the table, make like a stairs from outside, and evacuate us.
evacuated us?
That is a really bad experience for me. So since that, I asked to myself what it is about. It is a bad karma for me or good karma, and why? And then I want to know why it happens to me, or what is my fault, and then what I have to do here, in this earth, and lots of questions. And then why I go to Hara, I learn meditation to find the answer. That's it. It is about. So I seriously take the meditation about 2005, 2006.
Right.
And I believe that one day that time will come. Every one of us will die, for sure.
Yes. Yeah. But
So,
I didn't understand. You said you evacuated, you got out. How did you get away from the restaurant? How did you get down?
oh, yeah, that is, yeah, that, yeah, that I mean the old guests from not from the restaurant, just walking. I don't know. Is that a real woman, or is he an angel? Now I have a big question. I don't know who is he. Just walking alone, and then walking alone down there in the street and in front of our restaurant, and then just look at us in a second floor, and then he just make the table out, and then putting like stairs from outside. So, and then I have to jump.
Oh.
Yeah. So one by one, there is 8 people on the second floor. There is 2 men, my ex-husband and my friend from Holland, and then 6 women, me and the 5 other guests on the restaurant. So one by one, I have to go out and then jump to the table. The table, they make it like stairs from outside the restaurant. I don't know in English what is menumpuk. In Indonesia we call it menumpuk meja. Make it the table like stairs, something like that. So, and of course, my awareness, I think, same as others. It is really, I don't know what I call it. We just want to go out from there. Just go out from Kuta. Just go out from Denpasar. I just want to back to Singaraja, to my home. On that time, I feel the best, the safest place for me is back to home in Singaraja. I just want to, as soon as possible, I want to go out from Kuta. It's really horrible. And then after that, I need 1 year go out from the trauma, because it is not easy to forget all the things that happened that night. Like when I see crowded people, lots of people, and then scream, and then haze or fire, something like that. Or it's really makes my heart beating so fast. And I need 1 year for recover my mentally. Yeah. That's that is my I think that is my great lesson for me. And I have to thanks to meditation and also painting, because for me painting is my therapy to express all of my feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're a very good painter. I'll say that. I love your art.
Mm. Thank
Um,
you.
um, now, when you uh, when you jumped down on this table, it was
Mm.
must have
Mm.
been very strong. Uh,
Yeah.
and uh, did you what did you see inside the first floor?
I don't remember.
There were over 100 uh, injured, many very seriously because there was shrapnel inside the bombs. They were suicide bombs. 3 suicide bombers died, and 20 people in all died. The official reports are they're not sure uh, how many died in Cafe Raja and how many died at Jimbaran because they all went to the same hospital. Uh, but there was 15 Indonesians, 4 Australians, and 1 Japanese.
David, I think when we are in that situation, uh, I don't know. I don't know. I think how can I uh, out from that situation, because I think that is a instinct, our basic instinct as a human to survive.
Yeah,
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 and always what I learned, that there's always someone or something help us if it is not our time to die always.
yeah,
And but most of all, then I believe that is for me, that is my chance to burn my bad karma in my past life. And of course, I still have a good karma. That's why I still here now. I can talk to you, and then I still feel all right in and outside. But uh, but a great lesson. I have a good lesson from that experience, especially about death,
yeah,
especially about fear, about something like that. And we cannot run from that that reality. We have to face it.
yeah,
The problem is how we can face it, hopefully with peaceful. So that's why I learned to meditate and I practice. But as you know, I'm not a really good student, so sometimes I also got lazy to practice, and of course I then go down the path again. But it's I think it's normal because
yeah,
I'm still human.
yeah, yeah. Um, you know, so when you're on the second floor,
mm,
the Russia Cafe, the worst destruction
mm,
obviously was on the first floor, uh,
mm,
and then you said you just wanted to get away.
mm,
That's what you're supposed to do. Uh, I know a man who was at the Pentagon, the United States
mm,
Pentagon, when
mm,
the airplane flew into it. He said the rule is if you're not one of the people
mm,
designated to deal with the problem, like a firefighter or a medic,
mm,
that you're supposed to get away,
mm.
leave it. Um,
To survive. Mm,
so he said he got on his bicycle and rode home.
mm.
um, well, do you know how many people died there?
On that place in Kuta too, the waiters, what I told you, and the cashier, because the bomber just turned on his himself near the table that I want to sit first,
Oh my
near the
gosh.
cashier. in Kuta on that night, two people died, and then in same night in Jimbaran about 16 or 18, I forgot, but around that, more than Kuta.
Oh. And that was 2005.
2005, yeah.
The first bomb was in 2003, right?
Yeah.
And it killed like 120 people or something. So I looked that up. The first bomb killed 202 and injured 209. 88 Australians, 38 Indonesians, 23 Britons, and people from more than 20 other countries.
So I cannot imagine if I'm in the first blast. I will not be here now, and so that's why I said I still have good karma or bad karma. I don't know. Is it like it's a good karma? I don't know, but whatever. I'm still here, and not lots of physical injuries. Only just small injuries because of the roof just broken. But the most injuries was mentally. It's really I really understand about what is about traumatic experience. It needs time, and we need to practice to face it and then out from that situation. Medicine, obat cannot help.
Yeah.
Maybe if I took the medicine, something like tranquilizer or something like that, maybe can affect about 6 or 8 hours, and then, but it is only to press the effect, the symptoms. But we have to see the root of the problem, the fear. For me, it's the fear on that time.
And so
I hope.
Go on.
No, I hope that is my that is finished. If I'm a student, I hope that is my last examination here on the earth, and I hope my bad karma burns. The bigger one, maybe still I have bad karma, so I still have to live here, to pay all my karma, and just flowing for every experience in my life, and doing practice. It's really important for me, for us, I think, and for people. I think that's really work, as I experience it.
Yeah. Now, you're a doctor, a medical doctor.
Long ago, not now anymore.
What type of doctor?
Sometimes I try to, maybe, okay, so.
What type of doctor were you?
So, pardon, what you mean?
What type of doctor?
What, pardon?
What were you what was your specialty as a doctor?
No, I'm just a GP. I'm just a general practitioner. Yes.
Yeah.
And then I finished my medical study as a GP, and then I as a government rules on that time, I also already done to work in Puskesmas, public health center for 3 years, and then after that I work everywhere, in some clinics, also in hospitals. And 2010, I decided to quit, to finish. Yeah. Since the bomb, 2005, the bomb, and then I start to painting, to meditate, and then 5 years later, so 2010, I decided, no, I stop. No. I really appreciate the profession, to that profession as a doctor. It's really what is we call mulia, noble. It's really
very noble.
Yeah. It's but yeah, that's my decision to stop, and then now I'm just a painter. I also sometimes a thinker. No, I'm just Tini. That's it. And still, if it is a chance for me to help people, as far as I can do, so I still help. I mean, sharing, not help, share. Especially about knowledge, about experience, about something for young people, for friends, for everyone. If I have an experience I want to share, I hope from my experience they can learn. If this is good, so maybe they can try to do. But if I have a bad experience, so don't do it because it's enough for me. Something like that. I think life is the lesson for me is to find who am I and what for I'm here. Not only as a doctor, but as a Tini. What I have and what I can share to everyone. I think you do the same.
Yeah, well, I try. Yeah, well, that's all wonderful to hear. That's all really good to hear. You know, when I love to visit you at your home. I don't love to drive up to Singaraja because the roads are all windy and climbing the mountain and coming down. I'd like to go up there and I'd like to go up there and stay a while.
Now there is a travel, there is a transport. So from Sanur, maybe you only pay 80 or 100, and then they will pick you up there and then go, and then they will bring you here with air conditioned, nice car. It's very safe. So now it's much easier to go here. And of course, you cannot stay just for hours. You have to stay.
No, I don't do that. I always stay up there. Well, I took once when I went to Brahma Vihara Rama, the Buddhist temple where we meditate. Once I took the what did they call it? I can't remember what they call it. The like it's a minibus from
Brahma.
Brahma.
Brahma shuttle bus.
Yeah.
That is Brahma.
I took it from Jalan Hantua, by the beach there. That's where I took it, and then we went to Ubud, and then we changed to another, and went to Singaraja. Actually, and then I went to Lovina, and
then you have to find another. Yeah.
Oh, it was so many hours, so many hours. And I got out at Lovina, and a man said, uh, it's on the edge of town. Uh, it's like, a few kilometers from the center of Lovina. And he said, now we can take you in a taxi. I said, no, I'm going to walk. And I had a backpack. So I walked. They went, you can't walk. I said, yes, I can. And I walked from there to the dolphin statue. And I called some friends, and then they came and met me. You met them, Peter and Evelyn?
Oh, yeah.
They were at a retreat where you were. He died. He got killed in a motorcycle accident. Like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Both of them all?
No, just him. And now Evelyn is up there in Seredit. It's very sad. I went to his cremation there in Singaraja. He got hit from behind by a truck when he stopped to make a right turn,
So that is your first trip to Brahma Vihara?
No, I've been there about 5 times.
We just met two times, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I'll do it again. so difficult.
Yeah. Now it's much more easy because, as I told you, there is a travel, so you can go from Sanur.
No, I mean no, I don't mean getting there. I mean the retreat is difficult.
What you said that retreat is difficult?
Yeah, the Vipassana retreat, but with Ayusantini, that was 12 days. And it was
10 days.
No.
Oh, yeah?
We arrived the first day and we left the 12th. It was like 11 days. But there were 10 full days. 10 full days.
10 full days, You're
right.
I want to say that Santini retreat is a little bit hard, especially a little bit hard, especially because in our last retreat there is no map. We cannot go to our room. It's a bit hard because the weather is so hot.
Yeah, that wasn't hard for me because she was very strict. She locked the doors. No one could lie down.
Yes.
But I don't lie down during retreats. I don't take breaks. I just stick with it. But anyway, I might do that. But I've done Bali Mandara retreats with
where is it?
With Murtaada in he has a nice retreat in Tabanan, and they're easier. And his teacher was Bhante Giri, who the founder.
Okay. So in Baturiti, you mean in Baturiti?
No, well he has them there. Those are his Indonesian ones, but his English ones are in Tabanan at Forest Island. It's beautiful.
Apuan. Oh, I've been there.
Oh, you have?
I've been there. Yes, but never doing retreat yet there. Just going to see and then never. But I've been there. See, it's really nice because the weather is so, not hot like here in Singaraja.
Oh yeah.
But can you imagine that a few years long ago, I went to Ayah Santini Vihara in Maribaya. It's really difficult to find her place because in some like forest, something like that, we have to stop and then change the transportation and then again, and I don't know where is it.
It's in Java. It's in Java.
Yeah, yes, in West Java, in the middle of the tea garden in Lembang, in Maribaya, really cold, and I cannot escape because once we go there and we cannot escape. We cannot stop the retreat because Ayah just locked the gate. We cannot, and no transportation. And for me, it's far away, yeah. West Java to Singaraja, so far away. I have to go to Bandung and to Jakarta and then fly to Bali. It's far, far away. I don't think I will go there again because I think it's when I have a really big problem in my life, maybe I will go there again, but not now because for me now life is much easier.
Yeah.
I just enjoy my life now like this, and I hope no problem anymore, or if there is a problem, I hope I can fix it and solve it peacefully.
Yeah.
So that is all is a good lesson for me.
You know, when I see you, I think of you. I see you there in your lovely home with nice grounds, a beautiful home with your beautiful art, and you're in between the hospital which your father established and the school which your mother with your father established.
Yeah,
So,
father, mother, my parents.
yeah. So can you tell me what it was like growing up for you and you know did you grow up in that home?
Yes, I was born here.
Uh-huh.
I was born here. This is our old house from parents. This is an old house. So I have two brothers and one sister. So all of us was born here. And then when my big brother started to go to the school, and I don't know what my father thought on that time. And then they built this school, not only for my brothers, but also for kids here in my town. It starts class by class. So every year just make one class, and then the next year make another class until ninth grade, and then after that we go to and yes, you know, as my father also a doctor, the first director of the government hospital in front of my house. Still until there, the hospital, the big hospital. For me, my father is my hero. So I have a lot. I think I learned so much from my father about a lot of lesson in life. But just when I was 27 years old, and then my father passed away. It's very short visit here for me. But yeah, of course. I just feel great. I just feel lucky to have parents like them. And now I try to maintain what they bring to us. Like like this old house. I try to maintain this house like this, and also the school, and so everything here. That I only can do for them because I think they give me the best. I just feel lucky.
Yeah.
to their daughter, their kids. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, of course, it's not too easy on this time to maintain like this, but I believe uh, I believe that when we want to share something good, we will have something something back good also. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
That
What was your family was Hindu, right?
yes. Uh,
And
That's it. In Indonesia, we have to have a religion.
mhm.
Yes, of course, my parents, my mom and dad is a Hindu. They born from Hindu parents, so I'm also Hindu.
Yeah.
Uh, okay.
What what caste were they?
No, I'm just ordinary. I mean, I'm not a high caste. I'm just ordinary. I believe that you understand what caste in Bali. There is a Brahmana, there is a Kshatriya, there is some. Yeah, I'm just, I'm just. My name is just Nyoman, Tini Wahyuni. Nyoman
What?
is ordinary, not a
Uh-huh.
high caste.
Were you Sudra?
I'm the third.
Pardon?
Yes, Sudra.
Yeah.
Sudra was, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the third, yeah.
Oh, she's Kshatriya. That's the warrior caste. Well, when she says it's just ordinary, that's just after the Brahmins. It's the castes in Bali, which really they don't really hold very strong these days, as far as I can see. I mean, there's things happening that I guess where they matter, but I don't see it and I don't hear about it. But there's the Brahmins, the priest caste. Then there's Kshatriyas, the warrior caste, which can also include some nobility. And there's the Vaishyas, the merchant class, and then the Shudras. Uh, and the Shudras uh, are more like, I remember reading 93% of the population. Almost everybody here I know is Shudra. But look, I'll meet a Brahmin that's a waiter in a restaurant and a Shudra that owns a company. It's, I don't, it does determine some things like what temples you go to and different things like that. What, well, some of the, what caste temple you go to. There's also the village temple, the occupation temple, the public temple, and then there's your home temple.
But for me, David, for me, I'm sorry to say this. For me, the caste is not about blood. I'm sorry to say this. For me, yes. So can I say this because caste is about a level of people. There is about a spiritual journey of that person. I mean, when they are spiritual, Brahmana is not a blood, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, a good people, good. I mean, their thought, their language, their action. It's all in Dharma way. Dharma way. I think there are Brahmana. Sorry
Uh-huh.
to say this.
Uh-huh. That's blood Brahmana.
Pardon?
Dada Brahmana would be blood Brahmana, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. It's the Brahmana with the blood Brahmana, and also the egg, the thought, the how they speak. It's what I call it. Mm, the symbol of the inner 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 mental and inner soul, about their soul, that is not only a name, but a whole of that person, inside and outside. And for me, everyone can be a Brahmana,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't need we don't need people to know. We don't need to tell people that I'm a Brahmana, but we just can show from our daily life, and how we speak, how we thought, how we share, how we see the things in this life.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a name.
Yeah.
That is for me, that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry to say this. I hope there is no Brahmana.
Yeah. Oh, sure, I understand. Well, I think of you as a Buddhist, really. Uh,
No, Buddhist is not a religion. For me, Buddhist, for me, Buddhist is just a way of life.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, Buddhist is a condition of mentally, perception, and knowledge. So, yeah, for me, Buddhist ways make me more, make me better as a human. For
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I really respect for to all religion. Because I believe all religion is good. I believe that.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I still in my KTP, in my ID, in my KTP, I'm Hindu, but here inside I also need the Buddhist way, the Buddhist knowledge, because it's good for me.
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Same like what I told you in the beginning about the bomb blast. I don't have hate feelings to the bomber who want to kill me, because they, yeah, I don't have hate feelings, and because I know this is my karma. And the bomber, the executor of the bomb on that night, I think he didn't know me personally, because we never meet. I don't know him. I believe that he also didn't know me, so I don't have any problem with him. Or no, that is just my karma to have the experience for a great lesson. And uh, and finish on that time. I asked God, this is finished. I paid my loan, my hutang karma, my debt karma. I hope that. So I don't want to make any problem to everyone, because I don't want to make a bad karma. I hope.
Yeah.
Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so I do Hindu ceremonies sometimes. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
go to that temple and get the what do they call it, where they pour water over your head? I forget the.
Kirta, holy water.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've gotten tri, triduta. Uh, what do they call the three-color string? What's that called again?
Tridatu?
Yeah, tridatu.
Yeah. Okay.
Tridatu. Do you
Mm-hmm.
ever wear a tridatu?
Yes, of course, yes.
Yeah. I want mine broke. I want another tridatu, so maybe I have to go to another ceremony. I like to wear them.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
uh-huh. Uh, uh, so you told me you have to do ceremonies. You have to be involved in like a leadership position or representing the hospital in ceremonies sometimes. Uh,
In school.
oh, in the school.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
in school.
And
Yeah. Uh, okay.
and
What you want to ask?
well, we were talking about animal sacrifice,
Ah.
and and you said you didn't like it, but you couldn't get out of it.
Uh, okay.
Tell about
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay. Like this, David. In my real life, as a Hindu, I feel because this is my way to appreciate my parents, my ancestors, all of that. So I still and in school,
Yeah,
you have seen my school, the school in back of my house.
yeah.
And then one day, uh, short story, and then I became a holy person there. Why it happens? Because it's a long story. It's long enough. But why I want to be and why I became that holy person, because um, there's a school and there is teenagers, and there is, in Bali, trans.
Yeah.
Trans is something usual here. Everyone, in Bali. Everyone, it is not a special 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 thing, yeah, when we go to temple and then someone trans and they talk like a deva, or I don't know, another spirit. It is usual here, and it happens in the school many times, in teenagers, not in elementary school, but in high school. For me as a doctor, I really think that it's about
Yeah.
emotionally, uh, as a teenagers. But because I live in Bali, and then the teachers and the foundation, the yayasan,
The Yayasan is a non-profit or a charitable organization.
everyone want to ask to the clever man what is about, why many students like this, maybe something we have to do, maybe something we need to do for a ceremony or something like that. So then I also agree when we want to go to a clever man to ask what about in school. So on that day, we went to the clever man.
Here she's saying they went to a clever man. She means to the wise man. That's her translation. But she means they go to the Balian. And the Balian is like a healer and a psychic and a medium. And we got disconnected at this point. Uh, Skype I call the landlines and mobile phones with Skype. Uh, I prefer Facebook Messenger here in Bali because Skype costs me to call here in Bali. Whereas if I call in America, I pay like $30 a year. But our connection wasn't good enough on Messenger, so I called her on Skype. And Skype just hangs up after an hour. Seems to me, I've noticed it happening a number of times. and I don't think to warn the person. So then I have to call and get hold of them again, and here's where she took off from there.
So I want to continue. So that is the condition on that time. There is trends. We call it trends.
Right.
The students sometimes trends and say blah 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 blah, out of their control.
She's saying here that students go into trances, speak in tongues, and lose control. Uh, Speaking in tongues here is very common, especially at all-night ceremonies in the temples, and it's not something that is shown to tourists, but it can get very, very far out. I have not experienced it, but I have talked to people. I have an Indonesian friend from Sulawesi, I believe, uh, who's gotten involved with the local Banjar and community center and gone to all night ceremonies there where he said just the most far out things will happen. Just people just totally losing it. You have no idea what's going to happen. It's something that occurs in many cultures, maybe most cultures around the world. I have seen video of it. Um, People will have a smartphone and capture it, and really out there. I mean, just people sitting, walking around. Some people, flailing about, uh, uttering weird things, nonsense. People in ecstasy, and people just sitting there.
And for me as a doctor, I think there is emotionally, as a teenagers, there is a reaction of the emotional reaction.
Yeah.
But as a Balinese, so I have to appreciate. I have to appreciate the tradition here. So then, why we went to the clever man, and the clever man is. I have to say that the clever man is very naive. It's very simple man. For me, I have a good energy, good vibe. And they say, and she said that there is a spirit in the school, blah blah blah. Need one, blah blah blah. For me, I think okay, it's not difficult, so I can feel it. And then after that, the clever woman, the clever lady, after finish all the question and answering the discussion, and then as usually, we have to permit to finish the discussion, and then suddenly the the closing ceremony, like we said, Om Santi Santi Santi, something like that. And then she just throw the flowers without she sees everyone there, and then the flowers just went down to me. Of course, that not spontaneous, something like that. And then she said that woman, that person, has to and has to stay in school when the full moon and the dead moon, because in every school we celebrate the full moon and the film, yeah, what you said, the film, the dead moon. Every 15 days we have to celebrate. We have to make a together celebration. And she just said that person has to stay at school with the kids, with the students, to pray, to pray, to sembahyang, something like that. So for me it is not nice because I don't believe. But then I think this is a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the students feel peaceful in school. So if I reject that that word, the clever man what said, it will be a problem again. So I said, okay, yes. And then after that, something like a medium, like a medium.
Yeah, he's a psychic. He's a psychic.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yes, something like that. And we still and we still believe it in Bali. Yeah. That is, yeah. I follow them. So
yeah.
that's why since that I become uh, someone who has to stay when everyone in school doing celebration, doing ceremony. So I just stay. I stay, and then I don't know. In Bali, maybe they call it jero. Do
Jero.
you know jero? Jero is with the white cloth.
Uh-huh.
With the one with the ceremony to claim that there is a not maybe holy man, but I don't feel I'm holy.
Uh-huh.
Something like that. But
Well, you have a
as medium,
yeah. Uh-huh.
as a medium. Okay. Short story, and then the school done to me. They make a ceremony, and I became Jero in school. So what I have to do? Just stay with the student, with the kids, with the teachers when they do the celebration every full moon and then moon, or in the Ordalan, the Ordalan, like the birthday of the temple, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And then what what is the reason why why I accept that? Because I want to answer the question in school that now here there is me here with you. So if there is something, some message need to receive, here I am. This is only me that will receive the message. No need students or teachers or people to receive that. So that I hope the trends will stop. For me, trends. For me, as I told you, for me, trends and teenagers is just a emotional blast, emotional reaction. I don't know. Maybe some teenagers have a problem in the house, and then they need attention. I believe that. So that's why I want to become like what they want, and I sit there, and that still three cases I face it, and then after that nothing happened until now. I hope, yeah, logically I think if there is a medium, so every message must the medium receive it, not the other people, because it's not good. Can you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So you have a role.
Yeah.
You have a role, like you're a representative, like a Joaquin of the of the medium. Your role is to be the medium, like in a
Yes.
like it's a drama, like a play.
Yeah. Yeah. And the important reason is because I don't want the students or teenagers again have an experience by trance or something like that, and it is for me it's really make them tired. Yeah. I mean, okay, it's if there is a medium, so every message I think must receive by the medium. It's not to everyone there.
Mm-hmm.
And I prove it since that no experience anymore like trance in this school. I think it's every school. I mean teenagers, especially in this condition, so many pressure, so many mentally pressure. Everyone can out of control and want to talk and want to say something. I think it is really normal. But when someone stand up there and said, "Okay, I'm a medium. If there is a message, just please come to me. I will receive and I will share to you what that message." I think that is solution.
That is what?
Honestly, that is a solution. A solution.
A solution.
So, yes, solution.
Yeah.
Because trends for me, it is not really. I mean, not always a real important message. As a doctor, I learned that there is also emotional blast, emotional reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who feel very depressed, want to talk, want to say something, but they can't. So sometimes they want out of control and say they just want to listen. They just want us to listen them.
Yeah.
That is the basic reason for me. I'm there as a medium, not because I'm a holy person, no, but I'm just a listener.
Yeah.
I give myself to be a listener, just that.
Yeah.
I'm not a holy person, no, far from that.
Okay. Now, but aren't there also ceremonies for the school where you were talking to me once about how there's ceremonies with animal sacrifice?
Yeah. Yeah. I I didn't want to talk about that because I don't need to be a Hindu or I don't need to be a Buddhist or everything, but I just don't like to see animals killed by us.
But is that how? That's during what?
But
What type of
okay,
ceremony?
yeah, yeah. Of course, in here in Hindu there is a charu tradition for the what I say, for the spirit under us, like that. Mm, yeah, that is a tradition. They have to kill. They have to what is mempersembahkan offering.
Sacrifice.
That, yeah, that that is tradition.
But what type of
What can I
ceremony?
do?
What type of ceremony?
Charu.
Charu is blood sacrifice with one or more animals. And as I mentioned before in Life in Bali podcast, Bali leads the world in animal sacrifice, tied with Nepal maybe, and that it's diminished greatly in India. Although I saw, uh, I was at a temple in Calcutta where they sacrificed goats every day. They had troughs for the blood to run down. Little ones, like little gutters. Uh, and I remember in the past, Tini telling me that she doesn't like it, but she can't get out of it. And one thing she said, you know, if you don't do it and there's some disaster happens, the neighbors will blame it on you for not having had a charu. How often does that happen?
Uh,
Once a
of
month?
course, once a year.
Oh, once a year.
For me, it's every, yeah, yeah. For me, is once a year, especially for when we go to Nyepi Day,
Nyepi?
Silence
Oh, yeah.
Day.
Nyepi. We've come across Nyepi in a number of Life in Bali podcasts, but that's the 24 hours of silence and reflection and, you know, staying inside, no lights, that sort of thing that happens here once a year. And but it's not actually Nyepi when the Charu happens. It's before Nyepi uh, that it happens because nothing happens on Nyepi.
Yeah, or when we have like a new house and we need to make that 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 offerings. Yeah, at least chicken. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that is what I said. A long time ago, I often come to the temple and a group. I follow a group and always with this group after offering we kill chicken, little chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and always when they do that, and I always cry because because yeah, of course I cried. It's very small chicken, and they just cut off the neck and the chicken finish and blood everywhere. Always, of course I cried. Of course, I think a lot of people feel the same as me. I think, but
Mm-hmm.
that is a tradition. So uh, after that, I choose not to come with that group. If I want to pray to the temple, I just ask, how about the no no need to kill the animal because I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
It is me personally. I don't want to make it is a tradition. I have to appreciate. I feel scared talking about the tradition. It is just for me, but that it's difficult. David.
Yeah.
Tradition is they believe about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. for me personally, I choose not to do that.
Yeah.
But if my family do that, I appreciate, and I just don't want to see that, or I cry. Cry
Yeah.
is cry. Tears for me is a silent language to express my feelings, and that is very personally. And I don't want to change everything, but I also want to allow myself to express my feelings. That's it.
Yeah. Have you attended any Zoom meetings of any groups or meditation groups or anything?
No, because I don't have a Zoom application. But few days ago, I shared on Facebook Ayah Santini's discussion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but in Indonesian language. It is not Zoom, just live discussion, something like that. Friends asking questions and then Ayah answering that questions. Just few days ago. Yeah, I miss her. I miss Ayah Santini. I miss all the teachers. I just feel grateful to know them.
Yeah.
I also feel it's great to see you in Brahma Vihara. We do the same retreat.
Yeah.
With a very hard, very hard. What I want to say, it is not easy to do retreat.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the name of the nun there? Brahma Vihara. There's a nun. You know a nun like
Nun. Yeah. Sayali.
Yeah, Sayan.
With the pink. Yeah, Sayali. Sayali.
Yeah. She and I communicate. She and I communicate. So.
Yeah.
Sayale Gunawati. Yeah.
Gunawati. Yeah.
She's there now, I think.
Yeah. A month ago, I went to the Brahma Vihara and I saw her doing meditation because Sayali just back from Thailand or Myanmar for 1.5 years.
Right.
And she also had chat me when she just arrived Bali and she knows there is a pandemic, there is a COVID here everywhere, and then I think she continue the meditation.
Yeah.
So I cannot talk to her on that time. Just seeing her doing meditation, walking meditation. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I miss the Brahma Vihara.
Yeah. Well,
but easier for me than you to go there.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate everything you've had to say. I think you have a wonderful attitude, and I think you're on a good path. And I hope we can meet again in Singaraja before too long.
Of course.
And
stay here.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be very nice. That would be very nice. And I think I should let you go now.
Yeah. And then please, you have to edit because my English is very broken.
No, it's good.
It is my first time again in English, and I try hard to find my words. So you know the best. So I believe in you. And thanks for calling. Thanks for the talking this night. It's really nice. I hopefully one day we can meet and then share lots of things.
Yes.
Here or there.
Yeah, we will. We will. Well, thank you very much, and you take care. And I'll stay in touch. We'll stay in touch. You know.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right.
You too. Take care.
Okay.
You too. Take care, and sending my best regards to Katrinka.
Yes.
And hopefully one day we meet. Okay?
Yes. Yes. Hope someday soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, Tini.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So thanks a lot, Tini Wahyuni, and thank you, dear listener, for joining us. So until next time, this is DC Puba of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives coming to you from Sleepy Sanur with Dogette Bandita, Feline Cuchita, and dear lovely Katrinka. Wishing you and yours and all of us a grand awakening.